You hit 10 seconds in Pika, and your scene just cuts off, right when the action gets good. Seedance 2.5 keeps rolling for 30 seconds, native, no stitching. Seedance 2.5 is built for long-form, high-resolution generation, and Pika is built for quick edits and casual tinkering. The real question is which one your project actually needs. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Test 1. Cost. So here's the scenario that bites people. You spin up a project, generate 50 clips at 5 seconds each, and your Seedance 2.5 API bill comes back at $57 minimum, while Pika's free tier just handed you 80 credits for $0. That gap is real, and it flips completely depending on how many clips you're actually making per week. I looked at the pricing pages for both. Seedance 2.5 charges between 51 cents and $1.16 per 5-second clip on the API, which is 47 to 54% more than Seedance 2.0. And Pika starts free and scales to $76 a month for 6,000 credits. But the per-clip cost in credits is pretty murky. For casual use, Pika's free tier wins on pure access. But for pros who want to predict a budget line, Seedance's per-clip number is cleaner. Pika takes cost, and if you need an answer in 60 seconds, the free tier gets it done. So Pika 1, Seedance 2.5, 0. Which makes sense for casual creators, but the tests get more serious from here. I've run into that credit confusion on Pika enough times to know it adds up fast when you're not watching, so drop a comment if the per-clip math has ever caught you off guard. Test 2. Coding benchmark performance. Okay, so you've probably seen AI tool comparisons lean on coding scores as a proxy for raw intelligence, and I get why that's a reflex. But Seedance 2.5 and Pika are video generation tools, not language models, so this dimension just doesn't apply to either of them. I couldn't find a single coding benchmark for either product, and that's completely expected, because neither is a code model. Seedance 2.5 is a video generation model from ByteDance, and Pika is a video platform. So applying coding scores here would be like judging a camera on how fast it compiles Python, and I'm not going to manufacture a number that doesn't exist. No winner here, and that's the right call. Score stays Pika 1, Seedance 2.5 0, 1 dimension skipped, and we move on to tests that actually apply to video generation. Test 3, speed. The number that got my attention here is 12 seconds. That's Pika's turbo mode render time on paid plans, which sounds pretty fast until you're iterating on a prompt 20 times in a row and every second of wait multiplies. And if Seedance 2.5 is genuinely near real time like the community is reporting, that changes the whole iteration loop for anyone doing rapid prototyping. Worth flagging, Seedance 2.5's near real-time claim is community reported, not confirmed by ByteDance, so take that directionally. Pika's 12-second turbo mode is a concrete, documented number, but only on paid plans. And the test setups differ enough that I can't call this a clean side-by-side, but the direction is clear. If Seedance 2.5 is anywhere close to real time, it's faster, and that matters a lot when you're literally hammering it with iterations. Seedance 2.5 takes speed, directionally, because near real time beats 12 seconds even with the caveat that ByteDance hasn't confirmed it, so that ties things up at Seedance 2.5 1, Pika 1, 1 skipped, and now the tests that actually separate them are coming up. Alright, so we're tied on the scoreboard right now, and the next two tests are the ones that could completely flip your decision. Output limits and modality are still ahead, and if you're making anything longer than a few seconds, or need your character to look the same across shots, Those results are going to matter way more than the cost and speed numbers you just saw. Test 4. Context and output limits. So you're building a product demo video, 30 seconds of a character walking through a scene, and you hit Pika's 10-second cap. So now you're stitching 3 clips together and hoping the character's face and lighting stay consistent across cuts. That seam is the failure mode, and Seedance 2.5 generates 30 seconds natively in a single shot and supports up to 50 multimodal references for character consistency. I had to run the numbers twice on this one. Seedance 2.5 does 30 seconds native with a 180-second beta mode in the pipeline and outputs up to 4K, while Pika caps at 10 seconds and tops out at 1080p on paid plans. On top of that, Seedance supports up to 50 multimodal references, which is a really big deal for keeping a character consistent across shots, and Pika doesn't specify anything comparable. Seedance 2.5 wins output limits, and it's not subtle. 30 seconds native and 50 references against Pika's 10-second cap puts Seedance 2.5 ahead 2-1, and that's the number the whole comparison turns on. Test 5. Deployment and modality. So you're a creator who needs to take a reference image of your product, generate a video with consistent motion, and add audio, all without jumping between 3 different tools. And that workflow either exists in one place or it doesn't. The answer changes completely depending on whether you need raw generation power or a mature editing suite. Watch what happens when you line these up. Seedance 2.5 ships native audio generation, which directly addresses the #1 giveaway of AI video, and it adds reference to video mode for controlled generation, while Pika doesn't advertise native audio, but does have 6 distinct editing tools including Pika effects, Pika additions, Pika swaps, and more. So Seedance wins on raw modality depth, and Pika wins on post-production editing maturity. Seedance 2.5 takes modality overall because native audio and reference to video are generation-level advantages that Pika's editing tools don't cancel out, and that puts Seedance 2.5 at 3 wins to Pika's 1 with 1 skipped. So Seedance 2.5 is the clear winner of this comparison. Seedance 2.5 wins on everything that matters for serious video work. 30 seconds native, no stitching. 50 multimodal references for character consistency across shots. Native audio generation so your video doesn't sound like a robot. And transparent per-clip API pricing at 51 cents to $1.16 so you can actually predict your costs. Pika wins on accessibility and editing. The free tier gets you started at $0 with 80 credits, no minimum spend, and its 6-tool editing suite, Pika effects, Pika additions, Pika swaps, and the rest, is more mature for post-production work. Turbo mode renders in a documented 12 seconds on paid plans, and it runs on web, mobile, and MCP, so you're not locked into a single platform. If you need video longer than 10 seconds, go Seedance 2.5, full stop. Pika is the right call only if you want a free tier to experiment or you need its editing tools, because the moment your project runs past that 10-second wall, Pika can't keep up. One thing that didn't make it into the formal tests, Pika is gradually shifting from a standalone model into a platform aggregator, meaning the underlying model powering your generations can change without notice. So if you build a workflow around a specific Pika output style today, a backend swap could break that consistency tomorrow and there's no documented version lock to protect you. Now, if you're picking a video generation tool, you're probably also thinking about which AI model to pair it with for scripting and prompting. I just put out a full breakdown on Claude Sonnet 5 should you use it, and the answer is more interesting than I expected, so go check that one out.